analogy, but I'll disappear quick as Natalie Holloway. That's my mentality all the way. I'm normally a suicide mission to try dissing. The one thing that I never mind's getting called Elvis all the time in the articles that you write, which is why I never replied, cause he died shitting. So shitting, I spitting my infinite supply of written bona fide. Kidding aside, critics stick my little white dick in your eyelid, but the fuck it, switch subjects. Moving on to the next one, it's Chucky. Who wanna play with number one overall? Kid Cudi. Little psycho buddy who might go nutty cause he don't like nobody. His knife so bloody cause he just sliced somebody. Pull out the Chicago
and lighter what he just said, just for those who even kinda want it. Cause for this man, I will take a lighter and light up all of my lighter money. You can call it pyro money. Hi Rihanna, I mean wait, Tatiana, wait, hot Tatiana shit, I got a problem. I don't like it. It's called fuck a model. Itis. Who pussy the tightest? That's amazing. Sit your ass down. I don't like your pussy too tight. Get the fuck out of here and have some babies. Vocabulary still ill. The 9/11 steering wheel. It's all yellow with the black stripe. Kill Bill. I'm so far ahead of the skills here. I'm getting ready for my past life. I'm the real deal. Like Holyfield, think you're irreplaceable? Like, that's overkill. Till I kill over like somebody stuck road killing Ebola in my bowl of oatmeal. You know the deal. I'm not about to sit and go through the whole spiel of how I'm cold steel like an old pro snowmobile and no feeling but so jovial. But don't be one of those who mistake me for a joke. So for real, it's what I told the phony MC before I broke his wheel. Drove a drill to his skull to see his soul. Told him when I snap like a photo, he'll get exposed like a roll of film. Now here it goes again. Oh, I'm so trill. I'ma get the hose again like Buffalo Bills. Bitch, you didn't put lotion in the bucket. Fuck it, beat the poor little old widow with throw pillows, soap pillows. Finish my goat up then. Smoke pillows, I lit up. God, fuck it.
You paint a picture in my mind. You wanna leave it all behind. In a world that's turning all the time, nothing could stop me longing for your eyes. I won't let it die. I can feel you when you're not around. When the night gets cold, I won't be alone. We won't be.
Очередь сил света запрещать героя. Осталось 10 секунд. Осталось 5 секунд. Дополнительное время. Очередь сил тьмы запрещать героя. Осталось 10 секунд. Осталось 5 секунд. Дополнительное время.
I should have seen that one coming.
Очередь сил света запрещать героя. Очередь сил тьмы выбирать героя. Осталось 10 секунд. Осталось 5 секунд.
Elder Titan.
Очередь сил света выбирать героя.
Drow Ranger.
Мирана. Очередь сил тьмы выбирать героя. Осталось 10 секунд. Осталось 5 секунд. Дополнительное время.
Keeper of the Light.
Очередь сил света запрещать героя.
Oh. Hello guys and welcome to Elements Cup number 2 here with Elements Pro Gaming versus Prodota Gaming.
Очередь сил
Sony
света
Gaming.
запрещать героя.
Right, so checking if
Осталось 10 секунд. Очередь сил
sorry,
света.
just checking if we're actually on, and it seems like we're on.
Да черт.
Очередь сил тьмы запрещать героя. Очередь сил света выбирать героя.
Sand King.
Очередь сил тьмы выбирать героя. Осталось 10 секунд.
So,
Осталось
right,
5
let's get
секунд.
like we're on. So, first of all, Elements Pro Gaming, Elements Cup number 2, sorry, Elements Pro Gaming versus Prodota Gaming, best of 3. Second match of the best of 3. First match goes to EPG. No. First match goes to EPG, sorry. I have to come back after a pretty rocky start. And with all of you, my name is the Swordfish and I'll be cast support today. Again, the typical apology, I do apologize for any sort of hardware, technical issues we have during the cast. We are trying a new casting. I don't have a proper graphics card or a proper internet connection right now. And we're trying to make do after I moved and I'm official caster for this tournament, so hard. We're using a host currently and we're trying to do our best back into the any sort of disconnections and whatnot. Again, I do apologize. I'm trying to make you guys possible and it's hard. But that said, let's get right into the draft. Let's not
Slardar.
Очередь сил света выбирать героя.
Let's go right into the draft. We have Koka, Oracle, Husker, and OD banned for EPG. Prodota Gaming will be banning out the Isle of Darkseer, the Shadow Demon, and the Slardar. So, the picks for EPG, we have Elder Tide, Keeper of Light, and Slardar. Not
Осталось 5
a weird
секунд.
combination. Not an expected combination. Light Slaughter is fantastic. I love it because you can actually run Slaughter and a carry in this situation, and it works really well because you can do almost double Slithering Crush because Slithering Crush is a cooldown of 2. So
Очередь сил тьмы
Slithering Crush plus a level 4 Chakra Magic means cooldown of 2 seconds. Slithering Crush stuns for 2.2 seconds, so like maximum level 2.5, sorry, maximum level, meaning that you can actually get double Slithering Crush in a row, and they can stun for a total of 5 seconds if you time it properly, which is great. And that works really well in combination if you run them in the same lane and if Keeper can get off levels in the early game. So that works. Keeper is also really good at chasing targets with his Mana League, so his Slardar hopefully goes for the Mana League build rather than the Illuminate build. Even at a Sven because now they have a good amount of physical damage and they combine well with the card. And up against an enemy team, Prodota Gaming went for a similar risky strategy. Picking up the Sand King, the Morana,
Осталось 10
the Vengeful Spirit, good early, good mid game, good team fight, but with a much better late game this time.
секунд.
Drow Ranger, helps a lot in their late game. You have the Drow Ranger Vengeful Spirit to push a lot of towers, so you have a much more consistent sort of push. You have the Drow Ranger Morana, so she can actually transition into a physical carry in the late game. And on top of that, you have a Sanking to actually help you transition into those stances, right? So it's not only that you have a good late game, it's that you have a good mid game and lanes to go with it. Only issue that I see right now on the Prodota Gaming side is that you have two heroes, Sven and Slardar, who both go for a BKB and for a Blink Dagger. And BKB Blink Dagger is the traditional way to counter both Dry Ranger, Sanking, and Mirana. Similarly, you have Elder Titan, who doesn't have to show himself, but can easily disrupt team fights. And against a Dry Ranger can be really hard, even if he deals physical or magical damage, you know. On top of that, ET is fantastic against agility carries, and right now you have two agility carries in Prodota Gaming's side, both Mirana and Drow Ranger. Both Mirana has one of the highest agility games, well, the highest agility game in the game, with Clinks of 3.3 per level. Drow Ranger only gets 1.6 per level, but she has the extra agility from her marksmanship, and the natural order will really hurt in that regard. Vengeful Spirit is actually of a similar manner. He's also an agility hero, and all the extra armor you get is going to go to hell because of order, which is exactly what Pro Gaming is planning. Then you have the actual order, who will put every single hero on the enemy team at 0 or close to 0, and the amplified damage, which works best when you are between the values of 7 and -7. You understand? 0 is included. That's when you actually amplify the damage most in terms of percentage-wise, right? So this is a perfect strategy that EPG is running, actually really smart, with a Sven, very hard hitter. Only thing that can really screw him over is Vengeful Spirit's swap and a well-timed gust. Because you can gust into Berserk into bye-bye Sven, you can't kill your BKB ever, and the swap can put the Sven in a very dangerous position and the Vengeful Spirit well-positioned. So you can swap him into middle of the enemy team, or not really middle of the enemy team, into a very far position away from the enemy team, kill off everyone, and assuming this Sven has already used his Blink Dagger, you kill off everyone else and then finish off the Sven. Pretty good. And now the Storm Spirit also adds the fantastic pick actually by Prodota Gaming, because that Phantom Assassin pick is good. But I actually connected it. Wow, it's fantastic. I actually connected to the game. Didn't disconnect. Okay, I'm very happy about that. There's two things that make the Storm Spirit pick so fantastic. And two things that make this PA pick good, but not too great. One thing, PA is actually a melee hero. Like I said, melee heroes are easily countered in the mid lane. I know, it's not like being melee makes you weak, and there's exceptions to the rule, mainly Juggernaut and Phantom Lancer, but most melee heroes actually struggle a lot against heroes like Storm, they struggle a lot against heroes like Viper and whatnot, but those are traditional. However, Storm is one of the few heroes that destroys melee heroes because of the static remnant, but also can snowball well into the late game and mid game to become a powerful hero. So you're leaving a very powerful hero kind of unchecked in the mid lane, and you have very little way to actually deal with him. Until the PA has a Basher, the only way you can actually stop the Storm is with the Stormhammer. And it's one of the easiest disjointable spells out there, so rarely will the Storm actually get stunned by a Stormhammer. Besides that, you have not much initiation. Perhaps the ET can catch him with an Echo Stomp, maybe, if the Storm is not looking or he's out of mana, sure. And a Monolith can be very annoying, it's a Storm. But you got Lincolns early, you go Bloodstone Lincolns on this Storm Spirit, and he can snowball out of control, and there's no way you can stop him. And if you're really concerned in stopping the Storm, you completely forget about stopping the Drow Ranger, and she herself has a good late game. So, lovely team that we see by both. Lovely draft this time. I think much better. Prodota Gaming. Much less risky for both teams, much more consistent. A lot of melee heroes though on Elements Pro Gaming side. Might be a bit dangerous. Besides that, pretty alright. Also, Storm gets the bonus damage from Drow. Anyway, let's present the teams real quick. We're gonna have Come With Me on the Mirana in 4th position. Let's get more ping and tech. Michael going down, though. Static Storm, or Static Remnant not good enough. And they'll shut him out. One last Static Remnant. Can they finish him off? The Fairy Fire saving his life here? No, it's not going to be enough. One last hit will do the trick as Milan takes the Storm down. Brings him with him. Oh, sorry, it is going to be Mirana. Support position. Come with me with Mirana support. Vengeful Spirit. The other support played by Beaver. As the carry, going to have Drow Ranger on by Garter. The Storm Spirit in the mid lane, played by Pig. Finally, as the off-laner, it's Kefka on the Senki. Meanwhile, on the enemy team, Elements Pro Gaming is going to have GOG1 as the Phantom Assassin mid lane. Oh, being hit by an arrow, and subsequently kills Static Remnant. A couple hits, no evasion, so easy to kill the PA in the early levels. GOG1 on the PA in the mid lane. LeBron Dota as the keeper of light in the support position. Playing this Sven will be Swift Ending in the KA position. Second support being Milan on the Elder turn. And finally, Carter, the Mr. Offlane, their offlaner. Right, so, I actually didn't comment on this during the draft because I didn't notice, but the Mirana being played in the support position makes a lot of sense when you're playing against an AT. The Storm's armor is alright, but like he has a good amount of armor, honestly. It's decent, especially for the hero, but doesn't rely on it to survive, right? He's gonna get blown up anyway by the PA and by the starter. Natural order is not too strong against the Storm, whereas it's really, really powerful against Mirana, who relies a lot on her armor to survive as the game goes on. Penguin check, about to go down to Milan, and caught with an arrow, but Milan, or mid laner for a support, sounds like a good idea. That's it. That's why they did the little swap here of the mid laner Storm and put them on the support. On the support position also be quite powerful against a Phantom Assassin to show herself often. And if you're a melee hero, it's a bit harder to position yourself well. Creeps using them as a shield, so the arrows are more. You also have less lane control in general as a melee hero, so chances are you have less lane control as a melee hero generally, so chances are that you will be in the low ground and thus won't be able to see the arrow coming from the high ground. Pretty smart actually. They should get a ward right over here, and they do have it, but probably going to be eliminated. So from now on, Prodota Gaming have the complete control of this lane. And that said, I mean, I like what they're doing with Prodota. The fact that they lost ranking though in this top, and now it's Pro Gaming using the Coddle in a very aggressive way. I love the fact that he went for one level of Mono League. I would love if LeBron Dota actually went for a 1-4-4 build. Obviously getting a level of his ultimate as well. But getting no levels, there's not much. The pushing side is strong for Prodota Gaming, and Illuminate helps you a lot. But if you don't think that you need that, if you don't think that you're going to need Illuminate, you don't need to level it up. In fact, maybe getting Illuminate level 2 and keeping Mono League at level 3, that's fine too. Just for the cooldown reduction, the extra cast range is the big thing. The duration doesn't really matter, but it's just a strong counter to the Storm that if they can use it aggressively. I mean, honestly, I like what APG is showing me. Prodota Gaming still kind of favor the draft Storm pick. The 4 melees is also quite a weak lineup when you don't have anything to combine with them. Centaur, for example, can be easily kited, especially when you're playing against a Drow Ranger. Yeah, you're gonna need a lot of BKBs in this team. I would not be surprised if you got a BKB on the PA, honestly. Phantom Strike into Drow is a great way to cancel her extra agility from marksmanship. But if you can't get close enough because of the gust, then it's gonna be dangerous. Oh, Carter, what are you? That build. That is a very aggressive build. If anything's gonna lose in the game, it's gonna be this aggressive. Now in the mid lane, sorry, Pimmin check fighting against Milan. Gets one last hit. Milan will go down to the Storm Spirit as GOG1 runs away. Takes the rune, I think. Yeah, he did. He must have. Fever is waiting in this lane with an invisibility rune, and that's a stun. And an arrow as well, so maybe they can time it well. There's the arrow, hits as well. GOG beat him with a static remnant, and there he goes down. There goes the PA. Another kill in this mid lane against. Yeah, that's the second kill onto him. Check has died twice as well, but he's gotten 3 kills in return, whereas PA has only gotten 2 or 1. Now, what I was talking about earlier is the fact that yeah, you need a BKB on this. You're gonna need a BKB at some point. And but Garter, no gust. See, not like it would have helped him much in this situation. He's gonna go down regardless, but the lack of gust there, I don't like it. Had he got gust, he could have actually stopped the Echo Stomp from happening. Silencing him. I just don't like the no gust build. The Frost Arrow is a great ability. People underestimate it often. The slow is insane, honestly. 64% slow. It lasts quite a while. So I hope 1.5 seconds. It's not bad, especially when you can constantly put it on, right? Good amount of slow, especially with the range and whatnot, it's nice. However, maxing that above getting any levels in Gust when there's 3 heroes that will like to get BKB, or like to get Blink Dagger, and you're only going to be useful in that period between their Blink Dagger and... Oh, Swift Ending. Hit by the Storm. That's a lot of magical damage to him. Here comes the Storm, and that War Cry won't save his life from the magic damage coming for the ball lightning. Nothing that this poor keeper like could do. I'm gonna go for a typical build-up. Oh, he's gonna get a second level Mono League. So he is afraid of this. I think that's an actually viable option. Usually I like maxing Chalk Magic because, especially where you're up with a Slardar, up with a Sven, you can really reduce the cooldown for Stormhammer and Slithering Crush, especially Slithering Crush. And you can also get double dagger on PA, you know, double spling dagger. But you need Mono League, or you need to Chakra Magic level 4 for that. However, if you're really afraid, they're really afraid of the Storm. Storm looks like it was a fantastic. As I said, he's snowballing out of control. My prediction was completely right, so that's. And catch up Beaver. They can't quite. Oh, they can't quite stun him. In the top lane, they will finish off the Sven now. Kefka killing him off with the Moonlight Shadow there. Or, sorry, with the help of the arrow and a Burrow Strike. Now going for LeBron Dota. Come with me, playing insanely aggressively, but a great Mirana nonetheless. There, the arrow first, LeBron Dota. Is he evading the arrow? Never mind, gonna hit by the Burrow Strike regardless. And he's gonna be stunned. So LS Pro Gaming seemed to be losing the grip on the game again. However, we saw the same thing last game. In fact, they were losing by a lot in the early game and then managed to recover. This time it's a bit different because the draft does not rely or is not such a late game draft, and the enemy team doesn't have such a mid game draft. So it's not the same thing as last game. It's going to be harder for them. Also, Come With Me is playing a fantastic game on this Mirana. He's doing exactly what a Mirana should be doing. Harassing constantly, getting kills all over the map, putting pressure. Even when she's not on the map, she's putting an insane amount of pressure because arrows have been so on point. Vengeful Spirit, actually, Beaver has done the right amount of rotations as well. Actually, to harass the mid laner out of lane. It's not G1. They're put in a pretty dangerous position. Right behind the Storm right now in net worth by 900 net worth. That's quite a lot. Now the tower going down, increasing that gap.
Центральную башню сил тьмы атакуют.
The other thing I'd like to see though for LS Pro Gaming, the best thing for them to recover this game would be stacking, missions especially. Either PA, I would be really surprised if we saw Battle Fury PA as a most likely Sven will be taking these stacks, and that'll help him so much. And you can actually get the Slardar to come in with you and get a lot of that experience, which you really need as Slardar. You really get one level of that bash, which could be pretty useful when you're up against a Storm, especially if the Storm gets. And that one level of bash, pretty okay. More levels aren't really necessary. One is good. Initiation by that Elder Titan. What are they going to go for though? In fact, GOG just jumped into an Epicenter and they can't stop it. They want to kill off Kefka, but the Epicenter deals way too much damage. In comes the Slaughter. Mitch will go down first. Illuminate finishes off this giant bug of a Sand King, and the Storm evades the Stifling Dagger easily. Ball lighting. He's out of mana though. There's the Echo Stop. Will catch up. Ping Bang check. Like I said, only time you ever caught out with that is if you don't have mana, and that's exactly what happened here. Destroyed thanks to a good entry placement there as well. Catching him in the Moonlight Shadow, and great kill by the Keeper of Light, giving him a lot of experience, a lot of gold for the team, and helping out Prodota game or LS Pro game. Killing of the Storm was also very important because you stopped Snowball quite a lot. Sven is now close to matching him in terms of net worth. Granted, the Drow Ranger is also not far behind. Like I said, if you concentrate too much on the Storm, you end up getting by the Drow Ranger completely, and she can farm freely. But the Sven will always be a faster farmer than Drow, especially if she doesn't go for the Maelstrom. However, Maelstrom and Axe is pretty good when you have complete melee playing against the melee lineup. Juan's also been playing a pretty good game on the other side. I haven't given him much credit, but even his scouting with the Astral Spirit, and especially his Echo Stomp on point, helping his team quite a lot to both disengage and going for that. I wonder if he's going to go for Desolator straight up, just for more damage. Maybe go for Medallion. Poor man's PA build. We've seen that a lot. Eternal Envy liked the Medallion quite a while. And he built Medallion Clinkst. Not a bad build. And you build Desolator after Medallion, perhaps. Keep his Medallion and Courage. It's only 1,000 gold you're losing. It allows your Desolator not by too much. And allows you to be much more effective in the early game. Could be a possibility. But I would love to see, I would rather see Desolator and be. Well, for Prodota Gaming though, we have a Storm Spirit that managed to get a Soul Ring. And a point booster now. Build it even further. He's not too far off his Bloodstone. Honestly, 11 minutes in, he probably should get around 15, 12. Well, here we see the issue that I've seen with Prodota Gaming often, which is that they just stack. I don't know why they don't stack as often, or maybe they don't consider their heroes very good stack heroes. But you can stack Ancients for Drought, and you can stack most camps for the Storm. And usually Storms have a much higher net worth. Especially if they're snowballing like the stack. They do find the Sven stack. Kefka will be going in, and he will be finding two great bursts. Like catching LeBron Dota goes down first. GOG1 might fall soon thanks to the epicenter. Great Stormhammer stunning too, but it's only going to be enough to deter them from moving on. Pavement Check is barely caught by that Earth Splitter, and with the fairy or the amplified damage, it'll be kind of hard to go on to Mitch here. Very dangerous. Mitch one last stun before he dies down. Okay, so Swift Ending and Milan playing defensively. Good stuff. Again, great Echo Stop and pretty good Stormhammer there to try to delay the teamfight as much as they could, and that probably saved Swift Ending's life. But that Burst Strike in the beginning was just too great. Need a lot more defensive sentries here by Elements Pro Gaming, and you can't really do much about it in the early game. The gold your support staff is very limited, they don't have much farming ability, so buying sentries is a huge commitment. It's quite a cost-heavy item in the early game. So the Moonlight Shadow will become a great initiation to him. As the game goes on though, it will fall off a bit. Can't really rely on it. If they end up doing that, that's gonna be... Storm is nearing that 1,000 net worth. The Sven, again, is not too far behind. I think he's... I think we'll be taking these stacks and... I don't think they want. We'll be taking these stacks. That'll give him a lot of gold. Will allow him to get Echo Saber, maybe? BKB? Depends on how aggressively you want to play this. Okay, Echo Saber. Alright, they want to play pretty aggressively. With a Slardar, and a Slardar that's going to get a Blink relatively soon, I don't think it's a bad idea. Go, and then you go BK afterwards. The Storm is going to be a nuisance anyway, so... Not much you can do about that. The only thing is that you're going to have to play very carefully around that epicenter and the Burrow Strike. There's nothing much you can do. Fear yourself is quite far behind in farm. Like I said, doesn't either. And could have built her stacks, but without a battle fury, which is not even common. It's hard for her to recover. Usually she does well in laning. People don't consider she a great lane reason, but she's amazingly good with her Stealing Dagger. It's really hard to miss lasting on her. Oh, Swift Ending. Terrible place to farm then. As to why he would farm in the enemy jungle, especially without wards in any of this area. And against a Storm, which has a huge mobility. That doesn't seem like a good idea whatsoever. But what you gonna do, really? Takes remain, right? And do is try to recover.
Нижняя башня сил тьмы разрушена.
Tower goes down.
Нижнюю башню сил тьмы атакуют.
We'll be taking tier 2. I'll try to put that pressure with the Drow Ranger. After all, Drow Ranger and 3 more ranged heroes allows for good pushing power. And since Dakota was forced to go into more levels of Mono League and more levels of Chakra Magic, which I still think is the right build, it's harder to defend the high ground here. And oh, LeBron! They found you out! Arrow to the face, and down he goes. They secure this tier 2 tower. Elements Pro kind of run around the map like head, not really using this space they've gotten efficiently. They don't try to take towers. They don't really kill anyone in this process. They just run around trying to find a bit of farm, maybe. The only saving grace they have is their late game is solid. So, if PA can manage to find some sort of recovery, then that'd be good.
Нижнюю башню сил тьмы атакуют. Яблочко.
Oh, hits Mitch. Storm. If Mitch dies from that, very sad. LeBron Dota now with the double slithering crush. This could be easy. Amplify. Okay, why does he go for double damage? Epicenter's gonna come in though, and with that blink dagger, Kefka's gonna show Mitch how to play. Goodbye to him. Kefka, much better player on the same. Penguin check. Seems like they learned their lesson. Blink dagger first, always a good option. And Aghanim's already up on Mirana. She is beating her support is beating enemy mid in terms of net worth. This is not looking good for Balance Pro Gaming. Look, they can recover. Of course they can recover. Not a lost game, but they need to go for some smart smoke ganks or start to create some great farming patterns or something. Oh, payment check was really close. He could have actually electric vortex. I don't know why he took so long. He can electric vortex within the storm or the ball lightning, so should have done that. And he doesn't know, he hasn't played. Seems like a stupid assumption, but Milan, again, bad position, caught by the Moonlight Shadow, which seems to be the most OP skill ever in this game. I was being sarcastic. It's not actually that strong, but the lack of vision Balance Pro Gaming has is deplorable. They have defensive wards for the most part, if you can even consider this defensive. Somewhat defensive sentries, but they're playing incredibly aggressively, which is not suiting their warding style, and obviously they're being crushed as a result. LeBron Dota also caught out because it's so easy to dive towers when you're Storm and Mirana, and they're gonna take out tier 2 using the go for tower. Is the Starter Blink even close? It is. Mitch has a Starter Blink, just got it recently. Useful. And that's literally going to come for GOG1. That's a good power spike that might help him out again. That Desolator on GOG1 will allow him to be the carry again, really, because lately he's just been kind of cannon. Now you go for Roshan, very smart choice. You can't go for towers the whole time. You're still afraid of a good initiation from the starter and Elder Titan. So it makes sense that you want to go for other objectives. Farm a bit. You don't want to be too hasty. So the gaming know that they lost the last game by being a bit. This game. Smoke Gang is coming by Balance Pro Gaming. There he goes, Slithering Crush misses completely, and what are you doing, Mitch? Stunned and slow. Okay. Mitch dies. GOG might fall. Ooh, the epicenter has been stunned out, so Kefka can't quite use it. He's going to be killed off by Swift Ending. Fantastic counter initiation, but they've lost Mist already. Now a great zone out skill here used by the Elder Titan. Great split Earth Splitter, sorry, but the Connell will already go down. Come with me. Goes a bit too far in. Dies on the ramp, but now Mitch is being destroyed by his Drow Ranger, the Hurricane Pike being very effective on Garter, the Dragonlance being very effective on Garter. Now Swift Ending wants to reinitiate without the Blink Dagger. It's very hard. And Desolator finally comes out on PA, but they don't want to continue this fight. They got kills, and a very important kill on Come With Me, who is snowballing out of control, and kill on Kefka. Happily, they'll go back home. Swift Ending still keeping up in terms of farm, and can now buy a Blink Dagger. Should be what he's going for. The last one should be a Blink Dagger next. I mean, I'm a big fan of BKB, and obviously BKB is great, but the lack of initiation is apparent, and they can't rely on the slaughter. They need a BKB on the slaughter as much as they need a blink. And since BKB on the slaughter is not going to come time soon, it's probably going to take him a good 20 more minutes. So, hold your horses, folks. Wait for that to happen. Hurricane Pike does come out finally on the Drow Ranger. Extra mobility will help out a lot. Not by the arrow and taken down easily with the Drow Aura. But the again, scouting magnificent. Honestly, what a game by Milan. I know ET is one of his best heroes, and he played a fantastic ET every single game, but it's always nice to see a good ET. Stun, Pinwin check. Oh, lost all his armor. Then, thanks to Echo Saber, gonna go down, and one crit from the Stifling Dagger will finish him off. Now, Beaver is in the high ground and destroyed. Tries to swap away the Ancients. Actually kill him off, so he's denied by the neutrals. Fantastic job there by Beaver. Honestly, the best play he could make. Storm came back really quickly because of his Bloodstone charges, by the way. And they want to reinitiate. Swift Ending is about to lose that ultimate. There's the epicenter to kill off Swift Ending. GOG1 will follow the same path. Milan trying to run away. The Yule Scepter might have to use it. The Storm is almost out of mana. The arrow will not hit Milan here, and the Storm can't really commit to this because of his lack of mana here. At least they killed off the Storm. That was alright, but they did lose Swift Ending and the PA as a result. Maybe that Phantom Strike onto the Vengeful Spirit was not the best of options. Roshan is gonna go down though to Prodota game. Well, like I said, crowd damage. It's hard to take. It's been quite a while since they tried it. 17 minutes they tried the first time, and now probably take it. Is Beaver actually gonna kill off Mitch? He's gonna get help from cover. I mean, I don't know. He might have been able to kill him alone. It's good to secure the kill regardless, right? And that gives Come With Me a bit more gold as if you need it anymore. Now, You'll Scepter can be used efficiently against Garter. No Linkins or anything of the sort to stop it, and get an easy Echo Stomp. But with the Sanking roaming around, and so you don't know where most of the enemy team is, it's hard. And this is what EPG has been suffering from the whole. The fact that the warding has not been on point for Pro Gaming. I don't understand the purpose of this ward. I know it's for Roshan, but let them take Roshan anyway. You didn't even try to contest it. You contested it once with the Acid Spirit, and that's it. Right? And I don't think this ward was a good idea. You could have a better defensive wards around. And sure, maybe you're afraid of them dewarding you, but you have to take that chance at this point. You really do. And at this point in the game, you need very kind of vision to win you the game. And you can see extra levels of Illuminate coming out on Kato instead of extra levels of Stutters. The reason why is because it's defend high ground and he's still by trying to get larger and larger Kato blasts. Which is a good idea, frankly, but Kato can only defend so much. Someone can catch him out way too easily, and Kato relies solely on his movement speed for in this game. Not the best way to block a storm. Or not the best way to stop a storm, though. Even if Monolink is really effective on Storm Spirit, you can see he's not even going for Linkins because that's how weak Monolink is. I've been using him. Killed way too quickly. Storm evades you at the front. Also, Lincoln blocks a variety of good spells for the team. I know you think, oh, I put Amplify Damage and Stifling Dagger are low cooldown spells, so is Stormhammer, yeah, true. But all those spells are great to block. I don't mind blocking any of them, especially once the PA gets Basher. Oh no, she's going for a Vlad. Vlad's is poor man's PA. Utility build is pretty full build to get the extra lifesteal without sacrificing your minus armor debuff. However, it's not really an item though. The BKB on Slaughter is probably the next power. The BKB on Swift Ending will be the next. And he's been maintaining himself pretty high up there. Surprising, honestly. Died 4 times this whole game. Farming on his part. Gold per minute is quite high. I mean, not quite high, but it's above 400, which is the traditional for carries. Usually a Sven that's winning will have 600 to 700 GPM, but in this game, 470 is actually the best thing you can muster. 24 minutes in, not that bad. Even got extra level of Stormhammer just for the extra nuke damage, which it's not actually that bad of an idea, especially when you're up against a Drow Ranger, up against a Storm. They're kind of weak to nuke damage, and then get really close to the Storm, you can stun him, get an extra 2 damage. Not bad. And punishes the lack of Linkins as well. Goes in and wants to kill LeBron Door, like I said, really easy to kill him off. Good You'll Scepter, but bit off timing. Now Come With Me will be hit by that Monolink. They have to stun him out somehow. They can't quite find him. The towers and finish him off, and they should have. Yeah, a Phantom Strike. I was thinking of a way to push him or something, but they don't have any Force Staffs or anything, so they had no way to stun him out. They just pushed him a bit. I was thinking, just like physically push him. If we pushed him a bit, they would manage to actually, the Monolink would trigger and then he would be stunned for a couple seconds. That would have been a great kill for them. As Come With Me has gone from a support Mirana to pretty much a carry and leaving Kefka in the support-ish. She's still buying wards and whatnot. She was, at least before. But I think they've relegated that job to the position 5 support Vengeful Spirit, who's poorer than poor. UNICEF looked at her and thought, lost cause, we can't really donate to you. just want to put my
Союзники
sense in the whole Imperial thing. I think Imperials are fantastic. I think Imperials are great. Amazing. Anyone betting on Imperial, smart people. You really know your shit. Sorry. Back into the cast. BKB on Sven. Fantastic. Now they have BKB. The Storm. The only thing that's really a threat now is Garter and his Drow Ranger, but Sven is a natural counter to the Drow Ranger once he gets items, so it's actually pretty alright in terms of how much programming have now that they're going to a league. The PA, maybe the Sven who hasn't been completely alright. She's actually above the Sanking, which is rising. The Slaughter has been out of the game for a while now, trying to get BKB. Very huge toll on him. And that's because they are sacrificing all their farm on the Sven, right? There's a certain amount of farm that's available to Alliance Pro Gaming losing, so they don't around the map too much. And I assure you that they're using all that farm for. Oh no, G1 nuke to oblivion and destroyed. Slaughter walks in and decides, hey, I want to die too. Let me die. And Mitch is in a really bad position right now. Gonna go down to the Drow Ranger because, of course, I don't know what he was planning there. He has to buy back though. Can still go in. Has a blink dagger available, but that's a short distance blink. He'll go on Garter. Come with me, gets another kill on LeBron Dota. Is far too squishy at this point. But Swift Ending maintains his high ground and tries to defend this tower best he can. Now the Drow Ranger putting a lot of pressure onto this. Bitch goes in with the first stun. There's the Sanking and the Burst Strike. Episode hasn't been used yet. The Sven decides to go into the full steroids mode. Wants to kill off Garter, but he's been swept around. Hurricane Bite. Swift Ending can't catch him, being kited around like he's just in the middle of a very good book. Swift Ending gonna go down here. I said that because it's a pun with the kite runner. And they will take down the racks. Swift Ending has no buyback, so that's at least a lane of racks, if not two. This could spell at the end for Almost Pro Gaming because they have no tier 2 towers. So you can go for as many. Oh, that Stifling Dagger's gonna hurt. Oh. Wow, that's interesting. So if you crit on the Lotus Orb, there's still a chance you might not crit. So they're independent Stifling Dagger. That's really cool. Okay. Anyway, that said. Actually, can you crit on the Lotus Orb Stifling Dagger? I'm not entirely sure. Friendly check, preventing the Mono Lake with a Lotus Orb. Actually defending this pretty well. Come with me, gonna be caught out. Burst Strike, there it is. Plus the Shivas. Now GOG being hit by a Static Remnant, and he's gonna die to the power of this Storm Spirit, who's using his combos really quickly. Now Kefka has been put in a dangerous position. Should be able to walk away alive anyway, though. The E-Blade and now on the Marana. And they don't manage to take out these second lane of racks because they've been playing pretty defensively. They don't want to lose this lead they had, but you know, I think this defensive play is proper though. You are giving some time for the Sven to farm, but at the same time, not really going to catch with this, will he? So Prodota Gaming can play a bit passively, not risk anything, and then just. A couple camps. Catch Sven farming the Ancients. Yeah, blind arrows in the Ancients is not that bad of an idea when enemy team has a Sven. What's the next item for the Sven now? Needs that crit, needs that Crystallis, that Daedalus to help him a lot in terms of damage. Yeah, he needs any item really. Get a Bracer at this point because, yeah, she's even below the Sankey in terms of net worth. And now everyone's beating the Sven. The Sven was keeping up with the Drow Ranger, but now he's 3,000 below in terms of net worth. She has her PKB, so she's not going to be stunned out or anything. And the Storm similarly has 15 Bloodstone charges, which is exactly what he wants, and is going to go for an easy Orchid as he very well himself. Had Prodota Game been playing well, seriously, they've been playing actually well. Their draft was superior. They played better than Elements Pro Game did. But Elements Pro Gaming did a lot of mistakes. If Prodota Gaming had been using much more stacking, had been on a better lane domination with Storm Spirit, not only with the arrows, but more. Oh, Shiva's in the go and trying to catch someone. There's a Sven, takes the steroids, walks in. Beaver gonna go destroyed in a matter of seconds. But Pigman Check is still in the middle of the fray, has no mana, we don't go down thanks to that mana leak, but he's still at the edge, so he's going to continue fighting. GOG1 dies to the power of a Sand King. Now Swift getting stunned by the arrow, the GG comes out. Elements Pro Gaming gave up on this game, acknowledge that Prodota Gaming is a bit too strong, and they will decide to go to game number 3. Anything can happen, anyone can take this back because Prodota Gaming is taking game number 2. That said, Prodota Gaming have played much better this game. Decent team, they would have done really well, but they decided to play a bit just not efficiently, and that cost them quite a lot. Considering the amount of mistakes Elements Pro Gaming made, this should have been a game easily won by Prodota Gaming. Kind of disappointed in both teams, but Prodota Gaming played a pretty good game, and Come With Me was fantastic on the run. I think that Milano.
This lake of fire burns my skin. How could love wear so thin? I'm sinking in the hollow ground. Nothing can stop me wanting you somehow. I won't let it die. I can feel you when you're not around. When the night gets cold, I won't be alone. We won't be I won't let it die. I can feel you when you're not around. When the night gets cold, we won't be alone. I need a gangster to love me better than all the others do. To always forgive me, ride or die with me. That's just what gangsters do. I'm fucked up, I'm black and blue. I'm built for all the abuse. I got secrets that nobody knows. I'm good on that pussy shit. I don't want what I can get. I want someone with secrets that nobody knows. I need a gangster to love me better than all the others do. To always forgive me, is on the loose and running all over you. Please take me to places that nobody knows. You got me hooked up on the feeling. You got me hanging from the ceiling. Got me up so high I'm barely breathing. So don't let me go. Let me go. I need a gangster to love me better. Love me better, baby. All the others do. They do. To always forgive me. Ride or die with me. That's just what gangsters do.
Миллионы серий, тысячи сезонов. Крылья тянут в небо, слишком близко к солнцу. Убиваем землю, открываем космос. Вспоминаем, кто мы, часто слишком поздно. Так много общего, так много разного. Судьба свела, столкнула в хаосе космоса. Капсула, мир ускоряется, меняется, рвется из рук. Мы ищем паузу, вздохнуть, отмести шелуху. Неровный путь, нейронный путь. Перроны ждут героев бури, настроив звук струн. Я объясню тебе всю суть, оседлая петлю. Мне нужен луч сквозь темноту, а не пыльный велюр. Жизнь лишь превью, скоро может проснуть. Но даже через 1000 лун буду помнить вкус губ. Это в мозгу будто бугул нарастает к утру. И я бегу вглубь диких джунглей, забыв про недуг. Ловлю волну среди акул, медуз. Заплыв, зову, ау. Уют, кают, каюк, живу в бою. Не убоюсь, молю, даю на глубь. Миллионы серий, тысячи сезонов. Крылья тянут в небо, слишком близко к солнцу. Убиваем землю, открываем космос. Вспоминаем, кто мы, часто слишком